Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Community Salad.
Episode 4, baby.
4 or 3?
Yeah, we're 4.
4.
Oh.
4 out here. All right.
It's almost 5.
This is Ariana Martins speaking. Across from me, I have the lovely
Andrea.
And then we have 2 glorious guests on. One whom you know, Hope Frazier.
Hello.
Yeah.
And then we have a newbie here.
Yeah.
We have Jaleesa.
Yeah.
Me, hello.
Yes. This is gonna be a great episode. We're talking about high school, the traumas,
The dramas.
the drama,
The dramas, the lies,
The scars.
the deceit, the
sex, the
deception.
drugs.
The murder.
Woo! That got me.
So tune in.
Thanks so much, guys. Bye.
You don't say
See you
bye in
soon.
an intro.
See you soon. This is the high school edition. Our last episode was middle school, and boy, there were some stories in there.
Very entertaining.
stories.
Very entertaining.
To us.
Yes.
We laughed for sure.
We laughed, we cried.
And now we're going to think about high school and we're only going to cry.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because it still feels
I think I could laugh now. I'm just like, oof.
What a rough time.
Introduce your guest.
We did.
They d-
I'm
And over in the right wing, we're weighing in at 160 pounds. We got Jaleesa Mooney.
Wait, how much?
Weighing 92 pounds.
You said what?
I'm 120 actually.
I just hit 95 yesterday.
And that was my goal weight, okay?
We do have Anthony on the 1s and 2s.
We got
Forgot to introduce
him
so thanks so
on the
much.
AE, the
We got him
audio
on Craigslist.
engineer.
We got him on Craigslist. We found him on Craigslist.
We found him in the free ad section.
We found him on the side of the road.
We just
so
needed
sad.
some friends.
So sad. So dehydrated.
We gave him some water and he grew.
Wow.
Blossomed.
So, I'm thinking we could definitely break this up by year. Like, we can go
yeah.
around, do freshman to sophomore
Yes.
to
That's so
junior
much
to
time.
ju-
I
to
don't think I
senior.
can remember that far back.
Oh,
true.
I can because it was
Just a couple of
traumatizing.
memories.
I just blocked it out. I was
Trauma
like,
hits
boom.
hard.
Okay. So, freshman year, let's see. I had a class with Ariana.
Wow.
And then
What?
that's how we had drama together.
Oh, yeah,
freshman-
yeah, yeah.
What is she's like, she didn't know this. We had
never
drama
talked,
together.
though.
Yeah,
Oh,
and we
that's
did
funny.
not talk. So me and her weren't friends till junior year, and then me and Andrea weren't friends till
Sophomore year. We were friends
Yeah,
sophomore
year. And then me and Andrea weren't friends till about junior year, and then me and Jaleesa
Wait,
weren't
you guys
friends
didn't become
for
friends until
freshman
junior
year.
year?
Andrea and I?
Yeah, we just kept missing
Oh,
each
I
other.
thought you said you two.
No. This was sophomore
I was
year.
about to be shook.
I knew.
Okay, but can we can we talk about how me and you didn't become friends till freshman year of college?
I know.
Yeah.
I did not know you in high school.
Like I just had no clue who that woman was in high school.
I knew of Jaleesa in high school. Like, I saw
think-
her and I knew you because you were friends with Quinn junior, senior year.
Yes, that was literally how I knew of you. He didn't talk about you.
Sorry,
I
bitch.
wasn't worthy.
You weren't. But that's, and then now we're like here.
Now we're all here.
I'm like, if I could take it all back.
Freshman year for me was, honestly, I don't know what happened to me freshman year. That's when I was asked out on all the dates. Freshman and sophomore year,
Yeah.
I was. I don't know,
Dates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with like
What?
From
Like,
older men, might I add.
Yeah. And also people from my class and stuff. Like I was not a social queen at all. Like I was like that kid who would just like mind her own business but would laugh when someone said something funny.
Someone said funny?
When someone said funny. And so
I'm joking. Oh my god.
so but yeah, that was just my prime, I guess. Like that's when
That was your prime?
That's
yeah,
a weird
I
thing
had
to
a
say.
Valentine. Like, I straight up had a Valentine my freshman year. This kid in my science class, he brought me flowers, a bear, and candy.
That's nice.
And I was
Who
like,
on
when
earth?
did we discuss this? I was in class.
He was shooting a shot.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I was like,
Oh, whoa.
thanks. And he was like, yeah, like maybe we can see a movie sometime. And I was like,
You're like,
uh-huh.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, that was.
That's so interesting. I always was like, I helped get the Valentine's gifts for the girls.
That was the first and last time I got a Valentine. So
Wow.
That's cute. My
Well,
mom got
hey.
me stuff.
February's coming up.
February, and you know what? That's my birth month. Hello, Pisces. Not a
That's
great
my
month.
most
Andrea,
compatible
since I
sign.
didn't even know you probably existed freshman year. What's your story?
Freshman year.
Mhm.
I don't remember that much.
See?
I
I'm not alone.
I mean, nothing really.
I remember.
Nothing happened.
One
I auditioned for all of the theater shows.
and didn't
Didn't
make
I
didn't make any of
started
it.
auditioning until I think
any junior.
junior.
I
year.
auditioned for
That was
every
my first
single
and last
one.
time auditioning. Me and Hope both.
We did all the same play.
Or was it sophomore year that we started auditioning?
No, the Sting was junior year.
Oh,
Okay.
the Sting.
Oh, the
I don't
Sting.
know why we performed like some 20s like heist
I know,
3
I
hour
was
long
like-
play at Corona, but
That was.
I don't think any of us understood the plot until like maybe the last night of show.
We were like, oh,
Like it didn't make any sense
No,
to
we
anybody
just, we
until
read
the
our
last day.
lines, got off the stage. I remember
Yeah,
the first night, my adrenaline was so high
really.
that like when first of all I had like 2 lines.
Yeah, I had two.
She had 2 lines and she's like,
Well, I was just nervous. I had stage fright, and so just like getting up in front. I
Aw.
mean, we all know I love to talk, but getting up and talking in front of that many people,
Yeah,
and
it's a
literally like
lot.
I was like just supposed to be screaming my lines basically,
Yeah, so you couldn't really mess up.
but I did though.
No way.
Well, because my adrenaline when. I'm getting
She's
It's a
flashback.
She's like focus.
I can't breathe. But when your adrenaline gets to a certain point, your mouth gets dry.
That's fair.
And that's what happened to me. And so I was like, and then my scene was with
funny.
Quinn, and he like looked at me. He was like, oh, yeah. Like he was
Did
like-
you not say it?
No, I said, but I like
Oh.
choked up like saying my one line. I was like, Mr. So it looks like I kind of had like a little stroke on stage.
Acting.
I think I could still remember my line. Did I have more lines than you? Because I had like a little scene. My scene was scandalous. I was playing.
My character was sexy secretary,
My character was
okay.
sexy.
but I had 2 lines. My dress though.
I was a secretary as
Ooh.
well, and I had to have a
Wow.
Jersey accent. So
Wait, can you impersonate that, please?
Please, what are your lines?
Yeah.
I believe my lines were like,
Say it in
We
the
were all
accent.
theater kids, by the way.
yeah,
I was not.
You were in
but-
film.
I mean, I
production.
They were
barely
both-
was. I
Andrea-
barely
That
was.
was like cool.
Andrea and Ariana were theater kids,
I
and
don't
then
think
I
it-
was like a jock theater kid.
Okay.
Because like I
Student
was
basketball.
Student athlete.
per
No,
se.
She thinks she's on
I
it.
think my line was like Mr. Harmon,
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
I,
no.
like I was.
That's bad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My first line was Mr. Combs, Mr. Combs.
Oh,
and then my
yeah,
second
we
line,
both-
I don't remember what it was, but it was.
I know my lines and Mr. Harmon's lines was implying that we were having an affair, because I think my last line, like before the lights went dark, my last line was literally like, "Does your wife know about us?" And then like, and then it goes dark.
Harlot.
I know, and we looked like we both were looking
Annette's
at
in
each
the
other.
aisle, like.
No, we both looked at each other, and then we like both right after we said it, we like looked to like the crowd. So it was like looked into the camera in a play. It was dope. We were like, I was like, "Does your wife know about us?" Like to the crowd, and they were like, and then you never saw me the rest of the play. Like I was like, let me just go in here, drop this
She was
little piece
killed.
of scandalous information.
He was like, "How dare you?"
You
drop
hear a
that bomb.
gunshot.
But that was theater. I want Jaleesa to explain high school, probably from like the
Tell
the
us about
student
what.
council being
don't know
involved
anything.
is so much. The popular
Was this
kids.
freshman year?
All
I
4
didn't
years.
join student council until junior year.
Oh, okay, junior year.
2 years. 2 years.
Yeah, I was only in there for 2. I was gonna do it freshman year.
And your impact. Oh my god.
Corona would not have run.
and I'm like, they would have fell
Jaleesa
apart.
ran that school.
She was the president. I'm just kidding. But I was gonna do it freshman year, but then I had to switch lunches, and I didn't have any friends in that lunch, and I was like,
Ooh, she had to adapt.
I was like, I won't adapt.
Let's say who we sat with at lunchtime.
Freshman
and
year?
sophomore year.
Freshman.
Freshman year. Who are you sitting with, Andrea?
My sister.
You and Patty were
But
like,
I think
la,
'cause
la, la,
she's
la.
the only person I had lunch with.
Alexa, that's probably rude.
Forgot we were on the podcast.
I haven't been able to breathe.
What happened?
Stop. What were
I don't remember who I was sitting with. I think my
that
best
out a
friend
little bit.
from first grade and I had the same. I think we had the
Oh.
same lunch, so I think we sat together.
You think?
Was this Maya?
Yes.
She didn't say the name.
Who
And
is
now
she?
he has to go back in and bleep it.
Sorry.
Just
Oh.
think about him for 2 seconds.
Yeah. I think that was freshman year because that was the whole 2 lunches was like new to me,
Yeah.
and I was
yeah,
like,
that
wait,
was
we all won't have the
interesting.
same lunch.
I went to Mesquite.
You had to
so that's-
adapt to like who you could be like, okay.
Yeah, because it was like, do we have the same class together? Wait, do we have lunch together?
Do you guys remember in lunch when like, I mean, at least this was me, but like whenever, because sometimes they would
When you
out
would
of
get thrown in a
Takis.
trash can freshman year.
Or you're
Stuffed into a locker.
I'm
Do
like,
you guys remember that?
couldn't be me.
I
Jock.
would never. I was on the team.
No, when during lunch, like, did you guys bring your own lunches or did you?
Most of the
No.
time.
I was poor. I had to.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
do free lunch.
No, I had to.
Just kidding.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yikes! Let me
I was-
backtrack real quick.
We had money, okay?
I didn't have free lunches, but my aunt would. God bless Aunt Carolyn, because otherwise I would have free lunches. But she would put money to like my lunch account, or she would put like 100 in there at a time. So I would literally, like
I remember
I
that.
would get like
Sophomore year, I'd be like, buy me
stock
fries.
I'd be like, all right, you want anything else? Like I was that girl like buying food for
Yeah.
other people. I was like, whatever.
That's so
Please tell me
nice.
why I thought the food there was like expensive. Like it was
No,
definitely
it
like,
was.
it was
I literally
expensive.
bought a
Well,
lunch.
okay.
I had
How much
a
was it?
PB&J every day.
because I
Stuff was like
I was such a
$2.75.
Scrooge. Okay, yeah, it was
One.
$2.
They
Fries
fries
were,
multiple
like,
things.
$3.50 or something like that, and then
It
No,
was a
fries were
little
like
ridiculous.
$2.75.
Yeah.
But at the time
She
I was like,
remembers
you're
that
aiming a little
vividly
high.
because she ate them all the time.
No, I didn't.
I
but
did
when I
too.
could, I knew I needed to have $2.75 exactly.
the
All in
beginning of
quarters.
freshman year before I went vegetarian. I would get like
What?
fries. I would get fries, and there was like that teriyaki chicken bowl with brown rice.
oh.
That shit hit so hard. It was good.
No, honestly,
Wait, that
that
actually
like
sounds really
when it
good.
was like the orange chicken
Yeah.
with the rice,
I
I
was,
was like,
When
I
you
would get
weren't
that and
vegetarian?
fries
I know, and
and
I
Takis.
yeah.
Dang.
Okay.
That is.
This
So
is
why
this
did they
wasn't
lose weight? I
freshman
don't know.
year. This is
And you're
This
like, and I
wasn't-
was 93 pounds.
this wasn't freshman year, but like, remember my signature meal senior year or junior year? I ate a Pop-Tart and a pretzel
Oh.
yeah.
every single day.
How are
see
you?
that for
Every
you.
single
How is your
day.
heart? How
How
is your
are you
heart
all
feeling?
still alive? Like all the meals that we
Anthony's
ate.
looking
Well,
at me
speak for
crazy
yourself.
right now. but,
I
like,
wonder.
I literally, and the thing was, did either of you try that pretzel ever?
I
No.
tried it. Yeah, it just tasted like paper with salt.
Yeah, it tasted like cardboard.
nothing.
It
You'd
didn't
have
have
to-
salt on it. They
No.
didn't have
Oh,
salt on
You
no.
had to
it.
douse it in
Ew.
the cheese, which was like an extra.
No,
50
I never got the
cents.
cheese because the cheese was nasty. Cheese.
I know, and it was like
that
50
is
more
so
cents.
pretzel.
Dry.
I know. So then that's why I got the Pop Tart. Because I was like, okay, I'll eat.
dry.
No, I got the Pop Tart for like sweet and like cardboard. I was like, this will be the flavor.
This is a sandwich or pastry together.
Do you realize how like the people in high school, they don't care about you? Like they're
Like-
giving that to you and making you pay money for it.
Barb.
Oh, but okay.
Oh, the lunch lady?
Ariana and I were actually very good friends
Yeah.
with the lunch lady.
Okay, freshman year was my first job. I was 14.
You
fresh
worked at
into
school?
high school. I was a lunch lady.
No, you weren't.
I forgot about this. I was one of those late. I was
Not clickbait. I was a lunch lady.
so freshman year, beginning of freshman year, I was sitting with first of all, like the first day I was like sitting by myself, and then like this girl was like, hey, like you can come sit with us, and I was like, oh my god, like my peak, like what's happening, and it was
Beep.
sorry if you can bleep that out.
The one from
Ariana.
Bleep.
Into the mic.
Yeah, the one has a baby now.
I can't believe you knew her. I've known her since 6th grade.
Yeah, I would sit by her, and I would sit by
Beep.
Zia.
Oh yeah.
And then first there's something weird happened with that group where like I guess
Beep.
I talked crap
Beep.
or whatever. And she's like, yeah, like we're not friends with her anymore until like I had to choose between her.
Censored.
Any hoosers. But then I was like, I really need money. Like I'm broke. Like I want to get a job. I was one of those girls who would like freshman year,
At
I'd be
14.
Googling, like, what job can I get at 14? And be, like, babysitting. And then, but, like,
Yeah.
every once in a while, it'd be, like, McDonald's. And I'd be
Like on Google. Like,
Up in there legal.
Yeah. So I heard about, like, the working program at my school where you could just be the person who, like, cashes out people in the lunch line, like, brings all their shit in.
and you got like a
You-
free lunch for it, right?
No.
Or like, what did you get?
You didn't get a free lunch?
No.
What did you get in exchange?
You could-
Money,
or
you got
maybe you did.
paid.
Yeah, my
You don't
paychecks were
remember.
$20
For a week?
for 2 weeks.
That's not right.
Because you can only work
120.
One lunch?
$20
for 2
And for giving up your
2
lunch
weeks.
for 2 weeks in a
Oh my
row, your
God.
only free time and like time to like clear your mind of like
$10
all the nonsense. That's
Oh my
robbery.
gosh.
That's not
She was
right.
in Circle K like, polar pie.
And I remember I bought like that one beauty brand, like number 7.
Oh yeah, they're good.
That was the first thing I bought with my paycheck, was like a face wash. And it did nothing because my skin was flawless then. But
Then.
Wow.
then but yeah, that was my life freshman year. And then I quit. I think I worked there sophomore year too.
You put your 2
Really?
weeks in?
Maybe we still didn't have the same lunch.
Or
don't
no,
know.
I didn't have them sophomore year. I think it was my freshman year, like it was like second semester. I was like, hey, like I quit. Like I'm not doing this anymore. Because the lady who ran it was so mean. Like if you accidentally bring in like an orange juice instead of apple juice or whatever, she'd be like, you're not doing it right. At the end of the day, we take count, blah, blah, blah. And would like be screaming like while I'm bringing in my fellow
And
classmates.
you're 14 and you're like,
And I was like, what the fuck?
The pressure.
Yeah.
I was probably like, you were probably taking my order that time, and I was probably like, freaking loser.
Like,
How old were you when you got your first job, Hope?
16.
well, I was
Like a
14,
normal.
so fuck you. I was hustling.
I had my
$20
first job
paycheck.
at
Grind good
11.
stuff.
But it was, like-
11?
Low-key illegal. But because I cleaned my mom's work.
Oh,
That's nice.
That's nice. When
But
you
I
have
got
the
paid for
hookups,
it.
that's nice.
Yeah, I was doing it
Yeah.
literally since I was born. And I was like, I need monies. Like, I can't be doing this for free.
You're like, the slush puppies at a print day aren't gonna pay for themselves.
Oh my gosh, the muffins, like the chocolate.
These calzones are not gonna.
Oh my god! On days when it was French bread pizza and calzone,
Oh
no
my
lie, one time I
gosh.
did get one of each, and I
don't
ate
blame
both
you.
of them, and it was
and
I felt
chocolate
horrible.
milk.
I felt horrible.
The worst meal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the calzone.
Like we're
Like,
talking about high school meals, like
I know.
in
I
middle
know.
school, they
I
try to
remember
force
middle school.
you.
Okay, this isn't the middle school segment, but I remember in middle school one time I got a salad and I was like, I'm healthy. There was a grasshopper in it and I didn't realize I ate half of the grasshopper
No.
Ew, wait,
in
what?
my salad because I didn't realize. And I just saw. I mean, when I was looking at my salad, my friend was like, "That's a grasshopper," and so I looked in there, and it was half of a grasshopper.
Oh my god.
And so I went to the lunch lady and I was like, what's that? And she's like, oh my god, like we washed our
Why
lettuce,
didn't you
like,
get your
I swear."
bag? You could have gone. You could have
She was
sued
like-
for so much.
She was
Yeah.
like, we'll give you 3 free meals, and I was like, I'll take it.
That's me. I'm like, free.
That's how they got you.
Yeah,
you
I
were
know.
probably like a Motown singer. You were like were they just signed your record deal for little to nothing, and you're like, money? Well, you darn
Thank you,
tootin'. By God, we've made it, Sally Mae.
Is that the like upper of Biztown?
A piss down Motown.
Oh my gosh!
Are you kidding
Oh
me?
my
right now?
gosh!
You said that, and that's what
Michael
I'm saying.
Jackson, the Jackson Motown, that Motown.
Like the mamas and papas. Like,
Are you serious?
Can we just cut that out?
No, we're keeping that in.
Oh my god! Is that like J.A. Biztown for high schoolers?
No, you said 8th grade and they said Motown. I was like, okay, in 5th grade we went to Biztown, and then I was
know.
just thinking about that the entire story. So I honestly blacked out, and then I had to ask.
Junior
That's amazing.
achievement Biztown.
That
I never
was
went
fun.
to that.
I low-key want
That was the
junior
best time
achievement
of my
tattooed
life.
on my body, but that's just like for
A
another
junior
day.
achievement tattoo.
I meant to not say that, but
Well, we're keeping
On
it
a lip
in,
tattoo?
so.
We should get lip tattoos.
to say junior
Wow.
achievement.
Okay, maybe
Ew.
that.
where
we
we
can all have
that? It's like
JR.ACHVMT.
VEMT.
VMT.
It works.
I
Oh my
think
gosh.
I'd get something else.
But okay, high
Anything
school. Did you
else?
guys go on any of those like field trips that were like out of state to California, like for like
Just for theater,
band?
yeah, for theater.
Oh.
We
I
went.
wasn't. Oh, I did that. I was in choir.
Julia
Sorry,
was
all you
like,
choir kids.
"Ave
Julia?
Maria."
For our listeners, our guest's real name is Jaleesa.
Correction. Jaleesa
To be
Mooney,
fair,
get it
I've
right.
only known her for 2 years.
Okay. I'll remember that next time.
That's funny. Did you do that freshman year?
What?
Choir.
I've done choir ever since I did it all through middle school, and then I didn't until sophomore year.
That's wild.
And then you actually had to sing, and I was like, oh. Mm-mm.
That's when they're like, no, like, we need to hear you.
He was like, I mean, you know, because it was Marie's dad. Sorry. But I've known him since elementary school. And he was like,
He's like,
I
"We
loved
can
him. He loved
auto-tune."
me. But I was like,
Yeah.
I can't sing. Like, I'm not going to try out. Because I could not. Like, doing a solo, I would just.
Imagine how different
Pass
your
out.
experience would have been if you were in jazz techs or something.
Oh my god.
Imagine Jaleesa, yes! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
And in student council.
Censor.
Sorry, please
Stop.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
God.
that's.
She was like,
Do you
let's talk
remember-
about sex, baby.
About you and all through the night. Sorry, that's pitch perfect.
Ew,
It's funny.
no.
Honestly, imagine me in jazz techs. Like, what if that was just like my thing?
You would literally be
You would have ran it.
Josh's
In jazz
sister.
techs and theater.
Yeah.
I would have been
Triple
that.
hitter.
I would have been that girl in theater that was like, when are we gonna do the musicals?
Oh.
I've been waiting.
I was about to say a name, but then I stopped.
I did.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the dances.
Ooh,
So I heard.
school
I
did-
heard.
Okay, I knew we were gonna.
man.
I knew we were gonna talk about this, and so I literally got together this one memory. Okay, who went to the freshman dance?
I was out of town. I was out of
yes.
country.
You went to the freshman dance. Did you go to the freshman dance? That was before.
The only dance
it
I
was
went
like.
to was prom, junior, and senior year.
Oh, okay. Anthony, did you go to the freshman dance?
Yeah.
Ew.
Did you?
No, I was out of the
It was
country.
the best
No.
dance in my
Okay, but
4
did
years
you
of high
go?
school. It was the
I
best
know.
dance
I heard
in all 4
everybody
years.
posting about it. Everybody was like losing their minds over it. I was crying because we were stuck in another country. Okay.
Oh, because you go
I
to
still
Romania.
have
yeah,
pictures
we
of
like
that.
couldn't get a flight back. I was
Wasn't
so
it
upset.
like wasn't it the like out of all 4 years it was the best dance I've ever been to.
Well, and because you literally, that's like you're introduced to like all these new people because you only had people from middle school and you're just like, whoa, like what is going on?
And it literally was in the small gym, and all they had was a DJ on a table, and we all just went nuts. And probably lemonade. They probably just had lemonade and cookies and
Oh
the
my
DJ.
God.
They definitely did.
I know. I was like, boom. Like,
No, I got to go to the freshman dances when I was in student council
for 8th grade.
like in high school when I was in student council. Do you remember who I am?
I know, but there was only one freshman dance.
But I was in student council. So
She
I
went
was
to
in charge
other
of like Camp
freshmen.
Corona and
oh, like as you got
my
older,
God.
you went to the freshman dance and chaperoned. You could have said that.
I was
finally knows.
saying that. Indeed, you answered it.
Okay,
But-
that's cool. I always wanted to. And
No,
you got to
it
do
was-
orientation.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I was literally like dancing there. I was like, this will be the best night ever.
I hate that.
Like pushing kids in to grind.
like,
I was like,
"Please
sorry.
Lisa was grinding on. Get into
14-year-old, I'm like, you're in high school now?
You're officially an Aztec. But yeah, that was the best dance. And then I want to talk about what year did I go to Sadie's? I went to Sadie's. Sadie's was like every other year. It wasn't every year.
Yeah, it was every other.
So I think it was sophomore year. Me and my best friend went to Sadie's, but without dates. And we went as a girl group, and it was the worst decision we've ever made.
Why?
There was only couples there. Like there wasn't even single
Really?
people there. Like we were the only
Wait,
single
what
people
year?
there. Sophomore year.
Oh, I didn't.
Like it was only couples, and I was like, of course it'd be only couples because the girl literally had to ask the guy.
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
we were just
not
there
about
like
to do that.
like it was couples just like looking into each other's eyes all night, and we were just like trying to dance like in the middle. But they had so many. So I think the theme.
The scene.
The theme was like under the sea,
Oh
and
yeah.
so they had so many blue donuts. I think I ate
Oh,
a
no.
dozen. I think I ate
Ew,
a
you
dozen,
probably
and I
did.
took home a double dozen box. 'Cause
No,
they
you
were like,
didn't.
because they were like these don't let these go to waste. Like, just take a box. And I literally, like, was in my car. I went back to my mom's car and was, like, holding a huge box of donuts. And I ate that for, like, the next week. Like, with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was like, thank you, Sadie's. I was like, I got something out of that
You just
night.
pulled it out of your backpack at school. They're like,
Oh my
I know,
God.
my
crushed.
lunch.
They're like,
Talk
what is
about
that?
Hope taking food. On that segment, I know.
Wait, what
I think
happened?
we might have talked about it in our last episode. I don't know, but our first time hanging out outside of school.
You stole food.
No, she didn't steal it technically. Our first time hanging outside of school. I think I asked you during English class sophomore year. Yeah, sophomore year. I was like, hey, because we were good friends at school, and I was like, I feel like we'd get along outside of school. Because if you guys know me, I don't like hanging out with people that, like, outside,
Period.
like, work
But I'm
sessions
different.
Or, and I was
She
like,
hits
we have
different.
a connection. So I had like pre-premiere tickets to see The Longest Ride.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, do you want to come with me? I think I asked Quinn
The
first. and
Longest
he was
Ride
like,
is a Nicholas Sparks movie
Yeah.
from a book.
I think I asked Quinn first and he was like, no. And I was like, all right, cool. So
She wasn't the first option. She couldn't be.
Oh my God.
sorry about
Fair.
it. And then so I asked her, we had a good time. Like, it was fun. I cried so hard. Like, it's funny how hard I
But,
cried.
like-
And it was like our first time hanging out, and I was like,
It was our first time hanging out, and I was just, like, so weird. Like, it was,
I mean,
like...
we're both.
I know, but I was just making out-of-pocket jokes, and I was like, Hope, really? Like, this is the first time you're hanging out with this girl. Like, you're gonna scare her.
The first joke she made to me, the first memory I have of Hope is like her saying how small my fingers are. She's like, your fingers are so tiny. They're like little carrots. Like, I could just bite them off. And then she'd be pretending to bite my fingers, and it genuinely scared me. Like, I was genuinely scared. I was
Imagine someone you don't really know saying they would bite your fingers.
Like carrots.
Yeah.
I could just like snap them. And I was like,
And I
You have
literally
problems.
would be like...
I could picture
Why would you ever say that?
but anyway,
to anyone, like out loud.
that's just us.
Oh my God.
So anyway, so after the movie ended, like neither one of us got popcorn or drinks or anything during the movie because we were two sophomore broke bitches and I only made $20 a paycheck. So
And that was expensive.
yeah,
You had to. I was
That's half
at
a
McDonald's.
paycheck.
and that movie was free, by the way, because it was a pre-premiere ticket, and so like all we had to do was wait in the sun for like 2 hours and then go inside. Any Hooters. So after the movie ended, we were walking out and there was a full bag of popcorn like at the end of the aisle. She was like, "Oh, that's a full bag," and I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, I'm gonna take it," and I was like, "You're what?" She's like, "Yeah, like I mean, it's a full bag." Like, she's like, "It doesn't
no.
look like anything's wrong with it." And so she fucking picked it up, and we walked out of the theater. And I was like, and we were sitting down at like
While we were waiting for our ride, I was eating it.
while we were waiting for our ride, sitting at like outside of Jamba Juice or whatever. She was just eating the popcorn, and I was staring at her, and I was like,
There literally could have been a crack needle in that popcorn. And I was just like...
and she brought it to school. The bitch brought it to school for the
No.
next week.
They're like snack time. She was like literally Harkin smoothie.
When you
This
say it
class,
out
she's like,
loud,
"Look what
I'm
I
like
have."
screaming. When you say it out loud, I'm screaming. That's literally so weird. First of all, it would have been one thing to bring movie theater popcorn to school.
Yeah. The next
But then
day.
the one thing to bring it, and it wasn't even mine.
It was just someone like you don't even know.
It literally could have been my classmates.
Yeah, so that was the time. But we had a fun conversation. I think we were waiting. I felt like 30 minutes we were waiting for our ride.
Yeah.
And so we were just talking, munching on popcorn.
So you waited
and that's
too.
when we kindled our relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
I
think
didn't
we
eat any.
no
That
we
was all her.
we went home from school together and just hung out,
Aw.
and then that's why like I think my mom just picked me up from your house like afterwards. But yeah, it was fun. So a funny thing about that premiere, when we got in, we were the last two people.
forgot.
We were literally the last two people that got to see the movie. Like they were like, all right, and we're gonna you two, and they're like cut it off. And then like, while we were walking away, I heard them like they were like, sorry guys, like movie theater's packed, like better luck next time type of thing. And I was like, Aaron, we're the last two that made it to this movie. So our seats, we got to the theater, and I think there was miscommunication because we got there and the person there was like, there's no more room.
Yeah.
And we were like,
Well, they
what?
let us
I know, we were
in.
like, they let us in. And they were like, okay, hold on. And they went and they looked at the theater and they came back and they're they were like, okay, we're not supposed to do this, but we sat in the press section, like with
No.
the critics.
We're, like-
they like roped off like the people that are reviewing the movie for like newspapers
Rotten
and
Tomatoes and shit. Like,
yeah, we literally
Oh.
sat in the press
There's
section.
like 2 prepubescent children, and we're just like sobbing, and these people. This is not.
And we were
good.
making jokes was the bad thing. We were making jokes.
We're talking.
They're like, that's the president's daughter.
Me and Andre, me and Ariana
Get it
were in the
together.
press. They were like, you guys. So they literally moved the rope for us, and they were like, sit there, and they were like, you need to behave. Like this is the press section.
They
and
said
we were
you
like,
need to
okay,
behave?
yeah, because they were like, it's the press section. Like these people are the movie critics. And they were like, "Okay,
They
you
just
need to
have
behave." Like,
blocks.
just they were like, "We don't do this. Like, we normally don't do this. But you guys really want to see the
I
movie."
literally forgot
So
about
we're
that.
like,
That's so
"Okay."
funny.
And we're literally sitting there. We're like,
I know. We're like during a car crash scene, we're like.
we literally were making inside jokes and like wheezing. We were like,
And mind you, we saw this movie again at the Dollar Theater, and like
we
there was
love
probably,
this movie.
Oh my
This was
goodness.
like this was like the building blocks of our friendship.
Yeah, it was the foundation.
Yeah,
it was
and
the
so every
foundation.
time we'd be like, oh my god, like whenever we're mad at each other, like we'll just drop off the longest ride DVD and like our front of our doorstep and we'll know. Or like,
So dumb.
but then we saw the movie again at the Dollar Theater, and it was like 5 people in there.
And
They're
they're
all
5.
elderly.
And they were all over 80 years old.
Yeah, and so we were
No.
sitting next to this like old couple, and then
They chose to sit right next to us. Like this whole theater, these people chose to sit. The white,
next to us.
the white, the wife literally sat 2 seats away from me. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
That's
So
And-
we each had like couples on either side of us, and we're like, really? Like, okay, like the theater's empty, but okay. And like, there's Hope said something funny, and it was like one of those moments when you're trying so hard not to laugh that it just comes out even harder. And like the girl next to me full on did like a 90-degree angle. She was like towards me. And she didn't say anything. She just stared while I was
There
like,
was one part I made a joke and we both, Ariana started crying laughing. So she literally was like, she was trying to hold it in.
my head in Hope's
And she
lap.
literally put her head in my lap and was just snorting. And the wife next to me was like she gave us the death stare. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
But it's the Dollar Theater. You get
Yeah,
what you
that's
pay
what I was
for.
like.
What did
Get
you
what you
You get
expect?
what you paid.
You paid
for.
$3.
Oh my gosh.
It's
and
fine.
They had
It's
dollar
fine.
hot dogs. We were munching.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that sounds good.
Yeah. Was it though?
I know. Okay, we could talk about going. So what
Well,
age?
really
do you think?
quick, I'm sorry, I just really want to hear Jaleesa's Craigslist emails.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay.
So let's do that first things
yes.
first.
Explain
I've
this.
been
Explain
called
this.
Into
out.
senior
Wait.
year right now. This is senior year, which just
Senior
makes
year
it
of high
even
school.
more sad.
My life should have been so much better. But I honestly don't even know what compelled me. I was in English. I don't even remember English because I just fucked around that whole class. What did you take? Advanced comm?
Oh
No, English. We were in senior.
Yeah, we were senior.
Oh.
Represent.
Stupid. Anyways, but I took that, and one day we were like talking about Sadie's, the infamous dance. It came back her senior year, and everyone was asking people, and I was like, what if I just made an ad? And it was kind of a joke, but like, I'm funny, so people were like, oh my god, you totally should. And I was like, okay, they want me to do it, I will do it.
Peer pressure.
I succumbed. But I made one. I can't read it to you because it quickly got deleted because they thought I was trying to sell myself, which I was. But
Okay,
wasn't it
say the
senior?
objective of this Craigslist ad that you made.
Like, try to
it was pretty
paraphrase what it was.
offensive because I didn't care. I didn't even know. It was like, I need a Sadie's date. I'm black and white. I'm also 17. So please be my age or something. And then I
Oh my
said,
god.
if you're white or Asian, hit me. Something along
You
those
said
lines.
that?
I did. Okay,
Oh.
it wasn't connected to me. I mean, I'm now connecting it to myself, but that was old me.
I'm shook.
That, wow.
I'm sorry. Okay.
But you were 17.
But I was 7. Like, I was so stupid then.
Wow.
Me, 19. But I actually got responses. Some of them have photos, which I'm not gonna link that, but no. Okay,
So go on our YouTube channel.
We'll upload them there. Hold on. Okay, one. Should I say the name? I don't even know if these are.
You
real
can just say
people.
like the first name. It doesn't matter.
Scott said, "I would like to be your Sadie date. Tell me more about yourself and your thoughts on a perfect date." pretty sure he doesn't even know what a Sadie date
I
is.
know.
No, yeah, he
I
doesn't
don't
know.
like that.
One guy.
He still says
Okay, I
he's
feel
a
bad.
man.
Samuel said, "Hi there, I'm Hispanic. Can I apply?" That's what reminded me that I said that. I was like, oh.
Oh, wow.
I-
He
I'm
asked. He
sorry.
asked. He didn't even apply. He asked if he could apply.
I know. I'm like,
Oh my
thank you for the
gosh.
consideration.
He could have been the one.
No.
But your application has been denied.
It's been denied.
Unfortunately, you do not meet
For
the
your
criteria. We hope you the best in your search.
Okay.
Sincerely.
Jay said, "Hello. Sadly, I'm a wee bit older than what you're looking for. I'm 25. Sad face."
No.
This is where I was like,
no.
scare, back up. Like, this is getting scary. But I'd still like to maybe go on a regular date sometime. I'm 6'1", white, and 180 pounds. I enjoy lots of activities such as cooking, rock climbing, reading, and binge
It
watching
doesn't
Netflix.
end.
I have a kick if you'd like to chat to see if we click.
And he's 25.
25? Imagine having a kid.
Wait, you could have sent this guy to the cops.
I could have.
And you should have.
And I should
Well,
have.
it's-
Imagine
Stay
us
sexy, don't
being
get
at the
murdered.
dance. No, imagine if this panned out and we're at the dance and a 25-year-old shows up.
Okay, I would never do that.
I'm just saying,
none
imagine
of
if
this-
somehow he's slipped through the cracks of the background
Would have
check.
been like,
Okay, she would have done something. Me would have been like, okay, I need a new phone number. I need a new email. I need a new card.
oh my god.
I need a new name.
I'm moving out of the country.
That's so weird.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dodged a bullet.
but I mean, I ended up going with someone, a friend, and then
Oh, I
he,
was like,
An
from
age appropriate.
the 25-year-old. No, but then he didn't show up to dinner. And then he showed up to dinner like 5 minutes before we were leaving to go to the dance, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not going." And I was like, "Okay."
First, he doesn't come to Olive Garden. And then
Hannah.
he doesn't come to Oregano's. and then he has the gall to tell you.
It's the Pizookie.
He missed the Pizookie at Grimaldi's, and
We don't have Pizookies at Grimaldi's.
It's a pizza.
Oh,
pizza, value.
That's a wild story.
is it? I was just
Guys.
like, I'm like in the
Kick
corner.
is what's sending me. Like the 25-year-old with a kick is what's sending me.
That's what could have sent him to the
I know, I could have sent him
like just
somewhere.
they're like, sir, we have a reason to investigate your phone. We need to see what applications you have
Are
downloaded.
you 25
He's
years
like-
old with a kick? He's like, yes, jail
Lock him up.
immediately. Immediately.
Get the cuffs.
Oh,
Get in the back.
Make it choppy.
It was the shit though. That was
Yeah.
Wow.
Ew,
Never had
that
it?
was just
Yeah.
a
Never
time
had
Remember when
it.
you can
Think
change
of-
the color of your messages? I did it like weekly because I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius are so crazy to me. Like when I know Sagittarius people, like blows my mind. Like I don't know how you guys like live. To be very
We're-
serious.
and we're not compatible, but it's because our qualities are similar.
I'm
Somewhat.
compatible with
What are-
Sagittarius.
what are you?
Virgo.
Oh, okay. So I thought.
I'm supposed to date a Sagittarius.
You're literally
Virgo.
wearing plaid, like of course.
Correlation?
Damn.
If you knew enough.
Fair.
If you knew me at all.
IYNKYA.
If you know you wait, if you know you know.
Yes.
Is that what you're
IY.
No.
If
What
you
is the
know,
rest?
You know.
IYIYK.
If you,
ABC
you know, you
13
I honestly don't know.
Easy.
1, 2, 3.
DANCE.
All right, guys, let's take our ad while we're ahead. Let's take our ad break.
But as always, we are never affiliated with any of
Go
these
ahead and
things.
start the ad. Andrea, you start us off.
All right. Today my sponsorship is the one that I wish I had. It's from Starbucks, not the company, just their water.
Starbucks water.
The Starbucks water. I don't know if
I love that.
if our listeners know this, but it's triple filtered and you can taste it. You can taste
Wow.
every instance of filtering. It's really good. And
really
when they put just like 1 scoop of ice in it, it just makes it so delicious. When you got a hydro flask full of that, it's like your health bar is like all the way full.
Yeah.
You're feeling good.
You see X-ray vision.
Yeah. I really every time I'm there, I just want to get some water.
Just hydrated.
I actually forgot to get water earlier today from there. That makes me
Wow.
upset.
You missed out. Excuse
Looks
me,
like
I
you have to go
forgot
back.
get a water earlier
I was
today.
here earlier, okay?
forgot
I
to
did
get a
pay.
water.
And the good thing is that it's also free.
Yeah, that is true.
I would hope so.
Jalissa, why don't you go ahead?
I don't know if it's been said because I'm new here, but I would probably say Goodwill. because this whole outfit's from Goodwill.
Wow.
I was with you when you bought that outfit. Was that in Flagstaff? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I
And
say?
it looks good.
Yeah.
She looks cute.
Michelle Obama. Who?
I'm just kidding. Michelle Obama is a cool lady.
Okay, my ad is going to be, I was thinking long and hard about this. It's going to be the Do Something organization. Remember when we were children?
What do they do?
Remember it was on
Something.
the Do Something organization. It was against childhood obesity. Remember when they would shut off Nick
Michelle.
for a day?
Wait,
So you would go outside
Michelle!
and play.
Wait, that's
yes,
crazy.
Michelle.
This is sponsored by the Obamas.
Yes, yes. And remember when it was like you'd try to go and watch some SpongeBob, and it was like Nick's day of play, like go outside and play. And
Yes.
yes, that's
Do you remember
what I would
when
like to
Beyonce
be
did
sponsored
the?
by.
She did a song to that.
Really?
Yeah, it was like the get up. Da, 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 da.
Oh, I have a vague memory of that. Yes. But
I learned it. I
love
don't remember it. I can't even remember.
Remember
the
when
song.
Michelle Obama like got up there and danced too, and that like
Yes.
commercial? I was like, "Go Michelle, it's your birthday."
Hey.
But yeah, I think it's a great organization. And okay, I'm not even trying to get like political, but like, do you know how like dumb it was that people got mad at her for trying to stop childhood obesity? Like how
Yeah.
America it was. It
I
was
know,
just
like-
hilarious. Like it was so laughable. People were like, "Gonna take French fries out of schools? Like what the heck are you gonna?"
Like, you spend one day in the public school system, you will see it all needs to change, okay? I promise if you eat those
Like-
fries as an
They're
adult.
like taking sodas out of the vending machines.
Oh my God.
Let the kids drink carbonation. Like it was like at elementary school. Like they were like, let the like 10-year-olds drink soda, and it was just like, and she was like, no, like that's not healthy. Like
Yeah.
kids are obese, and they were like, what do
Kids
you
are-
know? Like
Well, the crazy part is that the
know.
kids aren't the ones in control of their obesity.
I know.
Like, it's
Yeah.
literally the adults deciding to put vending machines. The companies like paying schools to put vending machines in.
yeah, that was
It
my
all
little
explodes
rant.
my
That was my
brain to think about.
soapbox. But yeah, support Do Something organization.
They're still doing stuff. Something.
I don't know.
I hope so.
Haven't looked into it for about 10 years.
Yeah.
She was like, that was about 10 years ago. So.
That's good though.
Ariana, your ad.
All right. I was trying real hard to think about this one. While Hope was sharing her story, still thinking, still stalling. Oh, okay. So mine. Back in the day, back in elementary, Island Elementary, go Dolphins.
I went there.
Did you?
No, I was just like,
Backtrack.
Do the ad.
I was
Cut
supposed to like stop this podcast to have a
You're like,
conversation
whoa,
with you.
hold up. Wait, what is that?
It's in elementary school.
It's called Dolphins.
Oh my
Island
God.
Elementary. You don't listen.
The
to me.
mascot was the Dolphins.
I said,
The mascot was the island, and they were called. The mascot was the palm tree. Okay.
during, I've never felt happiness like I did when during lunch they would have like that concession stand outside the cafeteria selling frozen Go-Gurts. I
That sounds like a
truly-
delicacy.
It was
Those
both a
hit.
blessing and a curse.
The blue one?
Oh
My gosh.
yeah, they would sell frozen ones because I mean in Arizona for our out of state listeners, it gets really hot here. And
Yeah.
so
yeah.
during like,
Yeah, you can say that again.
during and I will. It gets hot here during the summer months. Yeah, especially when you're forcing kids to play outside. They would
Yeah.
sell Go-Gurts because we would have lunch first and then recess, and they would sell them to us during recess, and that was just.
That sounds
Wait, so
nice.
what are you
It's a better-
supporting?
I'm supporting frozen Go-Gurts.
We're sponsored.
But you had to go through the elementary.
She had no idea. She was like, okay, a story. Let's see where it takes us.
You're not wrong.
No, but frozen Go-Gurts, like, I would still... Because, I think that's when I realized I got older, is I started to
Froze my
Started to froze my
goats.
Go-Gurts.
I started to freeze my Yoplait whips.
Wow.
Yoplait.
I never did that.
I actually have a surprise for everybody here. If you look under your seat,
Oh, I
It's
thought
actually-
I looked in their hopes. I was like, wait, really?
there's a frozen Go-Gurt.
You get a frozen Go-Gurt.
You get a frozen Go-Gurt.
It's
You
sponsored
get a.
by now.
Yeah.
There's one underneath the love sack.
It's also
The beanbag.
That would be cute.
Yeah.
All right, well, back to our regularly
Scheduled programming.
We're back, Andrea. Why don't you go ahead
We never left.
Okay. High school, again.
Um,
How was
I hate
How was
to...
our junior year? That's when we all started getting jobs.
Rough. Yeah,
No,
actually, can I
I
talk
would
about my
say-
job? Because I have.
Yeah.
I had the best job at the time. I worked at a family-owned boba shop.
Oh, that's so nice.
Boba tea. Yeah. It was really great.
Really set the bars high.
I know, because I got to work alone. Like 99% of my shifts, I worked by myself. I was the only person in the store. I was 17. I had to like close at night and like count the money. I was like making boba, mixing drinks, mixing tea. When I was alone at night, there would be some people that would like come in and use the bathroom and stay there for an hour. My heart was racing in those moments.
I would hate that.
Yeah, and I was the only one in there because of course it was slow 90% of the time.
Yeah.
And the other 10% of the time there was a line out the door. And I was the only one taking orders, making drinks. Yeah, but it taught me a lot. Taught me a lot how to deal with like angry customers. And there was kids too that would come in and like spit the boba on the ground.
Ew.
Yeah, they would buy boba and then they would like throw it at each other, and I had to clean up the like sticky, like for our audio
Stepped
listeners
on.
who don't know what boba is, it's basically like sticky tapioca sugar balls. So they like stick to everything. They have like a goo. They have goo around them.
It's like slime,
Yeah.
kind of.
I could go for some boba.
Oh, me too.
I'm like,
Actually,
dang.
T Street where I worked is
Yes.
open right now. They're open until 9.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so we were all getting jobs.
Wait, and my first paycheck was $27.
Wow, so not far off from mine.
No, yeah. But it felt good.
My
Awful.
first paycheck, not from school, but outside of school, was
Like $800.
yeah.
No way.
Because I was a full-time employee at a certain fast food chain restaurant. I wasn't flipping burgers or anything. I was above that. I'm just kidding. I was register or drive-through or whatever. But yeah, that job definitely busted
Killed
my
a
ass
part of
this
you.
Junior year, it did. It killed a part of me. I'm not gonna lie. Junior year's tough as it is because like,
Yeah.
that's when everyone's cracking down on you on college or just like
I know,
classes seem
horrible.
harder in junior year too because like there's so much work and I mean our
Not
English
enough
class.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our English class junior year, Hope really. I mean, it almost ruined Hope.
Really?
we can say.
I almost did not make it. So junior year is literally the worst year of my life. I just want to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best. It
Actually,
was
no,
not
it's
the
not.
best.
It's a close second though. It's a close second. It was just like in English alone. I want to tell you, our English teacher gave us a packet every other day.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I never did one of those packets.
And still somehow passed that class.
with a B, mind you. Don't know how, but
Can
I did.
we need to abolish high school. That's the next hashtag, abolish high school. It's not like, you know what? We'll save that. Sorry, go ahead.
She's like, don't let me
No,
finish mine.
but yeah, it was just like, oh, and then you had to take your SATs, like the PSAT.
What'd you guys get? You remember your
Or-
scores, right?
I didn't.
I
take
got
those.
I got average. I got
Mine
straight
was in the
average.
4 digits. I had 4
I just took
digits.
the SAT and I was like, oh.
I didn't take the PSATs. I didn't know that it existed till it was over.
Oh.
Yeah, when
And
I heard the
everyone was like-
announcement, I was like,
I
Oh.
know.
My mom really had me
Use that.
thinking I had to take that SAT like 4 times. Like literally. If she wanted me to go the second time, I went the second time. I studied more. I got like 30 points less.
Yeah.
And I paid for it too. You know what I mean? Like,
oh.
and I spent 3 hours there, or
Yeah,
like
that's
4
fair.
hours.
Fair, I
however
didn't
long.
pay for any of my SATs because I got free lunch. So
Wow.
so they let you take it for free.
Wow.
Must be nice.
You won.
And I could have taken one of the subject tests for free, and I got like free. I don't know. It was nice, but
Was it nice?
yeah. I didn't study at all the
Test.
first time, and I got like what, an 11.10.
That's pretty good. I got 1240.
Okay, so I mean a lot better than mine.
Well,
And
it's
the
still
second
pretty
one-
average. Still pretty average.
Wasn't it for like your junior year if you got a certain like percentage on your science exam or some exam or something like that, you could get like off. You could do.
Oh, you get like free prom tickets?
You could do. Free
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
did.
Or you could do like,
parking
you could get
pass?
a free jersey, or you could get not the parking pass. You could
Off
do like
campus.
off-campus lunch.
I already qualified for off-campus lunch.
I bring that up because I got it. I got off-campus lunch. Did you, ladies?
Yeah, I did have off-campus lunch, but I also had free parking, or like not parking. I didn't have a car. Free prom tickets. I never paid for prom. People who spent like a rack, like a solid 1K on prom.
I know that
That-
sucks.
Well, no, it doesn't suck because they chose.
I
They
mean,
made
yeah,
that
No,
choice.
but it sucks though.
I feel like
you
I
don't
would have to
to
go.
I know, but you don't have to buy a $500 dress.
Oh, I
You know, like that part of it.
My dress was definitely like $100, but I did.
I mean,
didn't
I-
spend more than that.
No, I spent like 100, and it was like a nice dress, and then I like sold it for 100. So
I got my junior year prom dress free, and then I
yeah.
got one senior year, and then I hated it, and then I got another one, and I regret the price, but I would die in that dress.
You still have it?
Yeah, I
love
wear it sometimes.
I like it. I love this dress.
I literally just
I
lounge.
did not get the off-campus pass junior year because I didn't pass my sophomore science aims.
Same.
Was there a story
Moment of
behind that,
silence.
though? Did you?
Little known fact about me. I almost got expelled from
Oh my god.
bleep high school, and that was because I did not get the Ames score,
But all of my
but there was
closest
a
friends
way.
did.
Yeah, but all of my closest friends did. But there was a way to get around that system. It was you basically just change your Ames score in student view.
You literally
And
hacked.
You hacked it. You were like typing HTML.
Not me
like-
personally. My friend Beep did it for me, and so they did it for me, and they like sent it to me, and I had printed it out. I turned it all in, got my off-campus pass, used it twice, by the way.
Oh my
Before
god.
a month later, they were like, Hope Frazier to the front office. Hope Frazier to the front
Oh my
office.
god.
That's not my real name, by the way. And
And you're like, oh my god, is my mom signing me out?
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's about to take me to
McDonald's.
Einstein.
If that was me, I thought they were gonna yell at me for like attendance or something. Like,
Yeah, and then I was like, I got in there, and they were like, so,
something
can we
wasn't
see your
told.
ID? And I was like, They're like, show us your ID. And I was like, and I showed it to them, and they're like, that's weird that you have an off-campus pass because you didn't score the right score on your aims. And I was like,
Oh my god.
funny. How
You're
crazy.
fucking dumb.
Wait,
that's
this is making me
weird.
nervous.
And
Wait.
then they were like, admit it. And I was like, okay.
I did that.
No.
And then they didn't tell my mom then. So I was like, oh, they just talked to me. Because, like, I went to Mr. Bell, and then everyone else was going to Mrs. Beep, and she was making you call your parents right then and there if you went to her.
I literally would
But
have
I
called
think,
my own phone.
like,
Yeah, I'd be like, oh,
she was
voicemail?
making you call your parents right in front of her right then and there. But he didn't make me, so I was like, whew, I got off easy. And then 2 weeks later, my mom was like, so I got a call from your principal. And I was like, regarding what? I made the honor roll? And then she was like, he told me that, like, oh, because you had to get something notarized. So it's like, I literally forged legal documents. So that's why we were like, we could expel you. And I was like, what now? But they just made us, most of the people that did it, like, they were like good kids.
So
They
a
were
lot
like-
of people
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah, a lot of people
lot of
did it.
No, I literally had made, like, I was about to do it, literally submit it that week because I heard about it, and then it literally came out that, like, everyone got caught. I was getting in trouble, and I was
You're
like,
like,
let me just put that back in my
Oh my god.
It was wild.
Why
yeah, and
would-
the consequence was we had to pick up all the trash after like every football game, every home football game after that.
Do you realize like how like messed up that is? Like they're trapping you in this school and then they're letting some people like escape for an hour. And they're like, but not you, you didn't earn it. Like you're trapped there. What do you mean
Yeah,
you
I
didn't earn
wasn't
it?
smart
think I
enough on
did earn it.
science.
Yeah,
just
I know, and
didn't know-
that doesn't make any
I
sense.
just did not know my biology.
I don't want to sit at McDonald's.
No, it was they caught me lacking. I didn't know my biology.
That was my bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just like torture. But
It really
I went
is.
off campus quite a bit.
You know, I was
I
like,
mean, I
bring me
only did
back. I was like,
senior
bring me
year.
back French fries.
I know. Just bring back a shade.
Then senior year, I don't even know if Ariana and I were ever at school. Like it was one
No.
of those
No.
situations where
Did you have double lunch?
I did.
I
well,
had early
Hero.
release and double lunch.
Oh.
I had early release, and yeah, I had lunch right after that. So I would leave literally after like 3rd or 4th hour. I'd be like, because I had Hero.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be like, great. Well,
That's so. I
I
literally
know,
double lunch.
but then it would sometimes we would literally go to first hour. I don't know if we had a class senior. I don't know. Somehow it would be after first hour, and we'd literally be like, "Do you want to go to the rest of the day?" And we were like, "No," and we literally would leave.
yeah.
Like after first hour.
You're kidding.
Or like
Yeah.
sometimes
Your-
we know
wouldn't your
we'd be
mom
late
find
for
out?
first hour. So
Oh,
she'd
yeah.
be like, do you
And they would
want to
sweep.
can I just say that sweep?
is the stupidest thing. Everyone who I talk to about it, it's like, that makes no sense.
Abolish sweep.
Like, if you're able to do homework,
Abolish it. It
if you're
makes
able to do homework or whatever, then like, that makes sense. But you couldn't even have
I know they
paperwork
were
on
like,
your
just
desk.
look at the wall.
That's why it's
know.
torture, because they didn't care about you. They didn't care about your well-being. They didn't care about like letting you further yourself in any way. They just cared about like keeping you like trapped, like mentally, like actually, like it makes me so upset.
Yeah, it was
Like,
like
it
honestly,
was
it doesn't make sense.
Scary.
Yeah.
I was just running, and I was like,
I
why am I
literally
running?
left.
I know.
It felt like we were like in the Hunger Games.
we have to go.
You're swept. You're swept.
the
Like,
security
in the
people-
distance.
Literally, like, grabbing your backpack, you're like, let go.
Literally,
The security guard to be like, you're late. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because if they didn't catch you, they couldn't sweep you.
I literally
So,
remember, I literally remember
Oh my
sitting in a
God.
bathroom stall for all the first hour to avoid sweep.
Yeah, that was
Right?
better than
They like
Lily.
come down the stalls and like kick open
I know.
each one.
my first art teacher didn't care though, thankfully. Like he was just like
Yeah.
if I showed up like 10 minutes later or whatever and I didn't get caught, he'd be like, all right, sit down.
Mine did. I remember one time Bella, I was so late because I also lived in Gilbert this time, so I was like not adjusted. And she brought me Starbucks and left it in my parking spot. And so I parked, but this time, like the first bell rung. And I parked in the junior lot, and my class was economics, and it was like by
In
the
the
gym.
gym.
Yeah. So I literally was holding. She got me like a venti.
Miss Mandelbaum was like, not so.
Literally,
Not so.
And I was like holding this large drink, like running, and I was like, okay, I can't bring this in there because she's gonna like literally think I'm late. And I put it in my backpack, and I like got there, and literally like the last, like if the last bell rung, but you were already sitting in your seat, like she wouldn't make you leave. But like if you were walking in and it was finished ringing, but like it just rung, she was like, get out. And so I sat down, and she was like, cutting it close, and I was like, haha. And then all of a sudden she like walked down the aisle. I pull out my drink and I just put it on my desk. She turns around and she's like, where did that come from? And I was like, it was here.
That happened to me once too, but I literally brought it was chai tea from my house, and I was like running as the bell was like, or this song was playing. It was like,
And you put it in a
one name,
Starbucks cup?
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
right.
God.
Yeah, but it was in a Starbucks cup. And one security guard was like, maybe if you drink coffee, like you wouldn't be
Oh
late.
my
And I turned and I
God.
was like, it's from home.
Like, I
Cal
did,
was like,
regardless.
ouch. Cal was like, okay,
It was
bitch.
Cal. Take that tone with me again.
Wow.
That's so funny.
It
Yeah.
was funny.
The
Sweet
security guards
birth
make me
concept.
laugh. Just how they were towards us. I
Sometimes.
was like,
Sometimes, yeah. So if
Other
I was
times-
ever late to first hour, I literally like even if it was like I had 20 minutes left, the traffic was just so bad getting into the senior lot.
You live 10 minutes away.
That doesn't matter.
She lives
Traffic
5.
is so
she literally
bad.
lives 5.
All right,
5 minutes.
listen.
5 minutes away from school.
The traffic is bad. So even if I was cutting it like 20-minute close, I'd be like, first watch it is. Like, I would literally sit down at a breakfast
Einstein's.
place.
like
oh,
he
go to
until,
Einstein's.
until second bell. Yeah.
I like just with my feet up, like, oh, this is nice. My English teacher's like, what's happening? Where are you?
that's so funny.
Oh, and yeah, I definitely, I don't know how because senior year, I truly was the year where, like, I missed
You
a
fell
couple
off.
months of school.
Yeah.
That's I was literally there. My mom would not let me, like,
Yeah.
I had
unheard
my
of.
My mom
car,
didn't know. Yeah.
And they never
How?
called my home.
And it was because Ariana was the bad influence. 'Cause she'd be like, "Let's go home," and she lives down the street from school. So I'd be like, "Okay."
So you
I
could
like
walk.
even
You could walk. Even.
like even when I had like basketball games or like practice, I literally would just go to her house till practice and I'd be like, "All right." like,
like, I don't know, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna drop
okay,
you off now.
okay. One memory when Ariana first got her license, I had her take me to work, and I worked down the street. She got pulled over on the way taking me to work.
5 minutes away.
No, 2-minute drive. 2-minute drive. It's literally on the same street. And literally she turned. So
Because I didn't turn in the first lane like a normal human being. I
Oh.
turned in the second lane.
I mean,
and she cut
okay.
off a police officer.
cut off a
Like so a police
police
officer almost ran into her because she did the far
She was
lane.
like, if I didn't slam on my brakes, I would have ran into you. And I was like, sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, just got my license. Like she literally,
give me a ticket,
it hadn't
though.
even been 7 days. Like it
I still
hadn't
had
even.
the paper. Like, it was the paper. It wasn't even
Oh,
like,
I know.
the
She
copy.
didn't even.
Did he give you anything or just
it was
a
harsh
warning.
Be careful. He's like, I don't even know if you can legally
He
drive
pulled-
by yourself.
He pulled her into like
You
that
can't.
church lot. No, he pulled her into that church lot on Rule and Warner.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to go to work. So I literally
know.
got out of the car and walked.
I was like, can she just like get out of the car? He's like, well, hold on. Like, I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to write you a ticket. And I was like,
But I was like,
Okay,
I
then
have
bye.
like this is my first job. Like I have to go.
I
It was like one of my first shifts, and I was like, Ariana, I don't feel like walking in the heat. Okay, can we talk about how I walked like a mile and a half in 120-degree weather,
No.
double strap backpack? When I got to work, my
back
work
was just-
shirt had like a bunny rabbit on the back and 2 backpack straps, and I was like, "Hi, welcome to Bahama Bucks. What can I get for you?" Like sweat dripping down my face.
That's disgusting.
And I literally would power walk. So like I'd get
Yeah.
out at like 1:15. I had work at 1:30. So I literally was almost running to work. And I could see everyone who had early release passing by in their cars, and I was like,
Like,
I
don't
literally
look at me.
some days I wore my hood in 120 degrees, so I would not be noticed
But we
walking
all
to work.
noticed because Hope
But
wore
you
that
noticed
hoodie every
a
single
hood more.
day.
There was only
We're like,
one.
oh,
Okay,
there's Hope.
I feel like our last segment should be high school fashion. My senior year fashion. I wore a t-shirt and crop Forever 21 jeans and Converse of a different color every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day I had a tan line from where like the pants were cropped, and they were high water, so I decided to crop them. And I wore and in the winter when it got chilly, I wore a maroon American Eagle jacket every single day. And sometimes I wore the hood all day. Like where you put the hood on, you tuck all your hair in, and you tie a bow.
Yeah.
I did that all day. You feel like you've seen me, Anthony,
Yeah.
walking around school like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One memory of you in high school.
I remember.
Yeah, and was I wearing a
iconic.
scarf as well? Because my mom was like, I'm like, Mom, we live in Arizona. She's like, you need a scarf, you need a parka, you need a jacket underneath. That jacket's not thick enough.
I know, because they made you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, yeah, it was cold then.
Yeah.
And then it got up 90 degrees.
Yeah,
my
I know.
freshman year fits. I think I just wore whatever my freshman and sophomore year. I just kind of wore whatever my. Oh no,
Pants.
I think Okay, so freshman year I wore whatever my aunts like didn't want anymore, and I'd be like, thank you, and be like, again like Ed Hardy or like some American Abercrombie or just some stuff that I should not have been wearing. And then my sophomore year, I think that's when I tried getting into my like. So embarrassing. A little backstory. Just watched the movie Lolita. I'll say that.
Oh my
I did have that.
God.
So I would literally be wearing like
Baby
skater
doll
dresses,
dress.
skater skirts, and like thigh high socks.
Oh, I love that too. Yeah, I
And I'd
wore a
be
lot
like,
of those.
"Hi, like, oh,
That's
Rosy
cute.
cheeks.
Yeah, I for some reason.
Ariana
was
was
gonna fall in
such team cherry emoji. She was
I
Oh
was
my God.
cherry emoji
sophomore
Twitter.
year, it was-
Cherry emoji Twitter girl.
Oh my
sophomore year,
gosh.
that was me. Junior
Ariana was
year-
literally like, kiss me hard before
Stop.
you go.
Oh gosh.
Junior year, I don't remember. Junior year was just, I think that's when I kind of just like wore whatever, developed my, junior
American
year was
Apparel.
all American Apparel.
Yeah.
Junior year was all American Apparel, actually. I remember,
Hoodies, t-shirts, baseball tees,
baseball
shorts,
tees, and the high-waisted
jeans.
shorts that I've sold
Yeah.
your thing. But it was all American Apparel.
You'd have like
or,
hauls that you would order like on their sales, like when they
Yeah.
had sales. You'd like just got another haul.
But she
and
had the
then-
money, let's be
I know.
honest.
Well,
But I had
She
money.
had the
that
money.
is it now.
Where is she now? Gone.
We'll never know.
Senior year, it was just a lot of.
Well, junior year broke me, and that's why I did that senior year.
Yeah.
I was just completely done with school, like on every level.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I show up, I think one day I may have come to school in a robe. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like with like a t-shirt and like leggings underneath, but I literally just was in a robe. And I sat in first hour. And I was like only there a half day. I was like, I don't give a
I think
hoot.
senior year I basically wore pajamas since I only had like 3 classes. I was like,
Yeah.
guys, I'm in and out. Like, I don't give a fuck.
And then to see like the girls that were still doing like a full
Heels.
face and heels
Yeah,
heels in high
that was
school
crazy.
with like
Clacking
with
down
those
the-
skirts. Do you remember? I remember this
Yes.
outfit, seeing this outfit multiple times vividly. It was like a long like cream sweater with that like orange corduroy skirt and like ankle
Yes.
heels, like
Yeah,
ankle,
the ankle
booties,
yeah.
and with like a
hilarious.
Kate Spade bag and a binder. Like that
It
was
didn't
the
make any
fit.
sense. I was like,
No.
we are in high school.
None of high school made sense. And to be honest, I think it's at least a year or 2 years too long. If they could just shave off the last part of it, it might be bearable.
That's fair.
But that's just me.
I would agree. Senior year, I wore, I can't remember all the other years. It was just a blur. But I literally wore like men Goodwill shirts for the majority of it. Like I would just wear like big sweaters, especially during winter.
Yeah.
I didn't stop winter once it started. Like I just tried to keep going until I was like passing out in my large sweaters.
that was me
I literally was like,
with that jacket.
No, I remember for, oh my gosh, senior year, blood drive. Did you guys participate?
No, I wasn't old enough.
I think I wanted
Oh.
to. Yeah, but I wasn't old enough. Or
Well,
like
I
something.
got signed. Okay, well, I participated, and it was, what's it called? Like themed.
Yeah.
I definitely was in charge of it. And I can't even think of what it's called. Oops, Spirit Week, Spirit Director who, and I didn't even know what it was, like stereotypes, and I dressed as a stereotypical white guy, like white dad. I had like a Disneyland like hat on, a Coors Light shirt, like literal men like cargo shorts, and then shoes
and New Balances.
and yeah, New Balances. And I posted up to the blood drive and I donated. And then I was like done and I was sitting, and then all of a sudden our president, or no, that was my junior year. Oops, my bad, because our president at the time, Mr. Dutch Chocolate himself, he came up to me, was talking to me, and he was like, "Are you okay? Like, can I use something?" I was like, "Yeah, water would be fantastic." And then I just see him like start to walk away, and all of a sudden like everything's going black, and then he was yelling, my nickname is Slim Jim for some odd reason, and I just hear him yelling, "Slim Jim, Slim Jim." I woke up, I was on the ground. There was water all over my shorts, and it looked like I peed myself because I had spilled it on me, because I guess he was like handing it to me when I was passing out. And everyone was just like staring, and they were like filming for like the blood drive commercial. And like they had to put up a tent around me, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, worst memory of high school.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
My worst memory of high school. I can't remember if I peed my pants.
Like
in high
any
school.
time crying in the stalls, like that's probably like
Okay.
any
I hate to out her, but Ariana, speaking of crying in stalls, during theater, like
Yeah.
junior year, I remember like in the theater bathroom.
That's when I was
in
crying
the
in the
small
stalls.
theater.
Yeah, that's when I
junior
was-
year. I remember, and I think it was over a boy, and Ariana was
Oh my
just
God.
crying in the stall, and I was like, "It's fine, like he's stupid."
I don't remember that. I blacked that
She
out.
literally was
I
like,
blacked that out.
"Okay, I won't say names." Because
Wait, please just say it, and then you'll beep it. Please, I need to
she
know.
literally would be like,
Don't say his name.
I'm not.
No, I
Because I
wanna
know it
know.
triggers you.
No.
It triggers her. I
Just
can't say it.
Text me.
No, none of you would know him anyway. It was like her old coworker. And
Oh.
so she literally, I think she came in and she was like, he called me last night drunk and he said that he hated me and never wanted to
Oh.
see me again.
I
And then
remember
she
that.
like just started crying and then went to the bathroom and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
And she was in that like small, it wasn't like
Yeah.
a normal bathroom. It was like the theater bathroom, like
Yeah, I
back
remember.
there.
Where it was like 2 stalls.
It's fine. Keep going.
And she was like just sobbing. I was like, he's stupid. I was just like, he's stupid.
He
Ariana,
was.
don't worry about him. And she was just like in the stall in high school, just like why
was
would
my
he
high school
say that?
experience.
And I was just like, I don't know, Ariana, he's stupid. And then the next week she was like, so we hung out.
That was literally next day.
The
Like,
next day she was like, so he picked me up last night. And I was like, oh my gosh. I had,
Good thing we've all moved on past that. We're
Yeah.
now happy.
I don't even think I really had crushes in high school. Like I maybe had 2.
Yeah, I wasn't ever serious. Cause like
Definitely
I was
not saying names.
I will not call myself
oh my
out.
gosh, who's the one who I forgot to say hi to? Who's the guy? Ian. The guy who subscribed to our.
Ian
Oh,
Baker.
Ian Baker.
Shout out Ian Baker.
Thank
There's an earthquake going on.
I'm like, we're now in
Arizona.
California.
Okay. Well, thanks guys for.
Let's wrap it up a little bit.
We talked about high school. I think we got the gist of it. It was an emotional.
Emotional
emotional journey.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was fun.
There was good
Was
times.
Some of
it?
us.
Bad times.
I
To
mean,
you.
maybe. Just kidding.
A lot of our firsts happened in high school.
Well,
Look at
For
us.
some of us.
Well, thanks again, guys. Next time we'll talk about who the fuck knows.
MCC Clown College.
MCC College. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ian Baker.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.